Welcome to another episode of He Said, She Said Trainer Chats. I just would like to point out that I really wanted to sit with my legs up, and Harry's like, you always sit with your legs up. So I'm down, I'm dirty, I'm a gangster, I'm Muslim, I'm taking up some space. Okay, you go.
Today we're going to talk about setbacks. We're all going to face them throughout the fitness careers. And, for me, what I tell my clients is stay positive. If you stay positive and you have a setback, you eat that chocolate bar you didn't want to, or you didn't get that sleep that you were hoping to get, remember there's going to be another opportunity to make a good choice. So don't beat yourself up about it and let it snowball out of control. Instead say, okay, I ate the chocolate bar, that's not what I want to be doing, but when's the next opportunity I have to make a good choice? And when I do get to that opportunity, I'm going to make the right choice.
I love that. I love it. And I'm going to add stay positive. I always have to add something. So it's stay positive, but have a growth mindset. So it's not just, it's not just positivity. It's what can I learn from the experience? And more than that, how can I course correct as quickly as possible? Which is basically what you said, but in, more Kathleen speak. Because I think a lot of people are like, well, I'll do better tomorrow.
Sure.
And so what I like to tell people is I love that what you just said. What's the best next moment?
The next moment.
So I often say to my clients, divide your day into 4 quarters, because then you're like, okay, the next quarter I start. Because some people work really well when it's that clear division.
Sure.
Right. So if you're not somebody who's just like, oh well, next moment. Okay, when's the next quarter? You start it there. Or I also really like the image of tiers of a cake. So Judith Beck, I think is her name, she wrote a book where she took CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, and applied it to health and fitness. And her theory is, she has this image of all these tiers of cake, and she sort of says it's really easy to course correct from the first 2 small tiers. So if you think about the tier 1, a glass of wine, one missed workout, or a slightly shorter workout than you're supposed to do, or whatever. Then 2 tiers is maybe a glass of wine and a cookie, or minor corrections. But the problem is as you said, people snowball. So they do, tier 2, and then that leads them to tier 3, tier 4, and all of a sudden they're at tier 10. A couple thousand calories, 5 or 6 missed workouts.
Sitting with KFC on the couch.
And it's really hard to come back from that. And the problem is often people will be like, okay, I'll be really good. And they're good, but they're good for a couple days, which might course correct and make up for 2 or 3 or 4 tiers. But they start being bad again before they've even made up for half of the tiers that they've sort of eaten. So, not that I like to think bad or good, because I don't like that, and that's too shaming, and I like to think more like growth mindset, as we talked about, and being positive. But that image is really helpful for me. So if I'm sitting there eating a fudgicle, as I do want to have, and the fudgicle is 1 tier, and then I'll be like, okay, Kathleen, maybe 2 tiers, stop it at 3. Because once you go past 3 or 4 tiers, you just feel like crap the next day.
Yep.
And future self, not happy.
Future self is definitely not happy.
Yeah. So growth mindset, stay positive, course correct as quickly as possible. And it's okay to once in a while have a C+ day. You're only human.
And if you need to, lean on a loved one for a little bit of
I
support.
love that. Look at you bringing in the love.
My wife saves me all the time. If I'm hungry and we're grocery shopping, she can put the brakes on certain decisions I'm about to make in terms of chips.
You know chips, I'm fudgicles. We're all good. You gotta have a thing.